The Bold and the Beautiful recap. February 10th, 2026 wedding festivities begin as Carter and Daphne celebrate their future. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful focused on celebration, reflection, and quiet warning signs beneath the surface. While wedding festivities officially began for Carter Walton and Daphne Rose, several storylines hinted that not everything is as perfect as it seems. From joyful bridal moments at the Forrester estate to emotional undercurrents at Il Giardino and unresolved concerns surrounding Dylan, the episode balanced romance with subtle tension. A bridal celebration at the Forrester estate. The episode opened with Steffi Forrester and Taylor Hayes putting the final touches on an intimate gathering meant to honor Daphne as she prepared to become the future Mrs. Walton. The event was carefully curated, elegant, and celebratory, reflecting both Steffi's leadership and Taylor's desire to support new beginnings. Before the guests arrived, Steffi took a moment to privately address a lingering concern with her mother, Taylor's recent emotional connection with Deacon Sharp. Steffi made it clear that while she wanted Taylor to be happy, she did not believe Deacon was the right man for her, especially with Sheila Carter still looming in his life. Taylor reassured Steffi that her involvement with Deacon was over and that there was no need for ultimatums. She emphasized that she had already made her decision. Though Steffi accepted her mother's words, it was evident that the topic remained unresolved emotionally, particularly for Taylor. Daphne is showered with support. Daphne arrived at the estate visibly touched by the effort Steffi and Taylor had put into the celebration. She marveled at the decor and expressed heartfelt gratitude, clearly overwhelmed by the warmth and acceptance she was receiving from the women of Forrester Creations. Donna Logan soon joined the gathering, and the tone lightened as the group collectively noticed the attractive male servers working the event. The playful atmosphere helped create a sense of unity and fun, reinforcing that this was meant to be a joyful milestone for Daphne. During the celebration, Daphne took a moment to thank Steffi personally for her role in facilitating her relationship with Carter. She credited Steffi with helping bring them together, which led to a significant moment. Daphne asked Steffi to be her maid of honor. Steffi happily accepted, solidifying her central role in the upcoming wedding. A toast, a timeline, and a family plan. Steffi later offered a heartfelt toast, praising Daphne and expressing her belief that she would make a beautiful bride. Daphne responded with gratitude, acknowledging how meaningful it was to feel embraced by the Forrester family. The conversation then took a more revealing turn when Daphne announced that the wedding would take place as soon as possible. She further shared her hope that she might already be pregnant, explaining that she and Carter wanted to start their family the right way. While the news was met with supportive reactions, the speed of the timeline subtly raised questions. Steffi, sensing the weight of the moment, quickly shifted the tone by turning the celebration into a surprise disco night. The servers returned as dancers, and the group enjoyed a carefree moment filled with laughter and music. For a brief time, the women were able to forget about past betrayals, complicated relationships, and professional rivalries. The focus remained firmly on celebration and unity. Deacon's distraction at Il Giardino. Across town at Il Giardino, Deacon Sharp was noticeably distracted. His son, Deke, quickly picked up on his father's distant demeanor and asked if something was wrong. Initially, Deke assumed therapy might be stirring up difficult emotions, but it soon became clear that Deacon's thoughts were elsewhere. Deke correctly guessed that Taylor was the source of Deacon's distraction. Attempting to lighten the situation, he offered to act as a wingman and help Deacon move on from Sheila. However, Deacon admitted he was unsure whether he would even see Taylor again. Deke expressed confusion, particularly given the recent family therapy session that had seemed to bring progress. Deacon insisted that nothing had gone wrong during therapy, but he was unwilling to discuss the matter further. Dylan's dire situation comes into focus. As Deacon and Deke talked, the episode cut to a sobering visual. Dylan continuing to scavenge food from the dumpsters behind Il Giardino. Clearly desperate and increasingly hungry, She was shown relying on discarded food to survive. The scene underscored how far Dylan's circumstances had deteriorated. While Ivy may have wanted her out of town, her current reality appeared far worse than anyone may have anticipated. Deacon, eager to avoid further discussion about his personal life, asked Deke to help by taking out the trash. That task led directly to a pivotal moment. Deke caught Dylan in the middle of eating a slice of pizza from the dumpster and startled her by calling out. Realizing she was frightened, he immediately apologized and gently asked if she was hungry. After some hesitation, Dylan admitted that she was homeless and living out of her car. Deke introduced himself and encouraged her to share her name, which she eventually did. He reassured Dylan that he would help her and promised that everything would be okay, marking the beginning of what could be a significant new connection. Carter chooses his best man. Back at Forrester Creations, Rich Forrester reflected on his recent conversation with Taylor, replaying her agreement to cut ties with Deacon. His thoughts were interrupted by Carter, who arrived with an important request. Carter asked Ridge to be his best man. Ridge initially teased his longtime friend, drawing out the moment before ultimately agreeing. The exchange was filled with warmth and humor, highlighting the depth of their friendship. Carter explained that he and Daphne wanted to get married as quickly as possible and requested to hold the ceremony in the Forrester showroom. Ridge agreed, joking about Carter's long history of officiating weddings for others and playfully suggesting he might officiate his own. Despite the humor, Carter was serious about his feelings. He insisted that his relationship with Daphne was different from past romances and described it as destiny. Ridge encouraged the sentiment, though his light-hearted demeanor suggested he might still have reservations. Will and Electra worry about Dylan. In the Forrester showroom, Will Spencer spent time with Electra as she researched emerging jewelry trends. One trend involving ballerina imagery unexpectedly reminded Will of a private moment he had shared with Dylan. Specifically, a dance in her living room that ended in laughter and a tumble. Concerned, Will asked Electra if she had heard from Dylan. She admitted she had not. Since Dylan left town for what she claimed was a new job, there had been no communication at all. Will found the silence troubling, especially given how close Dylan and Electra had been. Electra revealed that she had attempted to reach out multiple times, but received no response. The unanswered messages added to the growing sense that Dylan's situation was far more serious than anyone realized. Final thoughts. The February 10th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful skillfully blended joy with unease. While Carter and Daphne's wedding celebrations moved forward at full speed, cracks began to appear beneath the surface, particularly in the form of rushed timelines, unresolved emotional ties, and Dylan's worsening circumstances. As festivities continue, the question remains whether love and optimism will be enough to overcome the complications quietly building in the background.